One night, Issa shows him deep affection, unlike anything he's experienced before. But the next morning, Noah wakes up to find her gone. Issa's parents fell into heavy debt from loan sharks. Her mother got hooked on gambling, while her father had to cover up for the drugs he stole from his boss. Issa went to Mond, asking if she could repay the debt monthly, but the man had another plan in mind for how she would pay. Issa refused at first, but when Mond threatened to have her father jailed, she was left with no choice. The playboy named Noah is at a restaurant where he meets a girl named Julie for a date. He tells her about a dream he had the night before, but Julie starts interpreting it like a therapist, which makes him lose interest. She even asks about his zodiac sign, which turns Noah off even more. He then notices a woman at a nearby table staring at him, even though she is with her husband. Soon after, the woman leaves the table, hinting for Noah to follow. Noah excuses himself from his date and goes to the lady's room, where he gets intimate with the stranger's wife. The husband, tired of waiting, later checks on her to see what's taking so long. While in the middle of her affair, the wife quickly tells him she's having stomach trouble, so the husband leaves her to finish. The next day, Noah shares what happened with his friend Rex. His engaged best friend advises him to start looking for someone serious to spend his life with, reminding him that he's not getting any younger and his charm won't last forever. But Noah refuses, saying he still hasn't moved on from his ex-girlfriend, who left him without a word. Flashback to 2 years earlier, a girl named Issa is annoyed by the loud noise from her neighbor's apartment. She asks them to turn it down, but when no one answers, she walks in herself. That's when she discovers Noah lying on the floor after trying to take his own life with pills. Issa immediately calls for help, and he is rushed to the hospital. Days later, Noah returns home after recovering, with Issa helping him out of concern. She asks why he did it, and Noah admits he fell into depression after losing his job and his mother passing away. Issa tells him not to hurt himself again and reminds him that as long as he's alive, there is always hope. Over time, the two grow closer. The playboy quickly falls for the kind and beautiful Issa, believing he has finally found true love. One night, Issa shows him deep affection, unlike anything he's experienced before. But the next morning, Noah wakes up to find her gone. Her apartment is empty, and when he asks the landlady if Issa left any message, the bitter woman says the only thing she left was unpaid rent. Back to the present, Noah keeps getting text updates from Julie, which only irritates him. While having his car fixed, he spots a girl who looks exactly like Issa. He chases after her and later finds her working at a milk tea shop. When he calls out her name, she acts as though she doesn't know him. Noah sits and takes her picture, then later that night shows it to Rex, insisting it's Issa. Rex tells him that if it really is her, maybe she hit her head and lost her memory, or maybe she just doesn't want to remember him. The next day, Noah and Rex attend a meeting with a businessman interested in buying their company. The man offers a huge sum, but Noah hesitates since the business is still thriving. To help him relax, the businessman gives him a VIP card to an exclusive club. That night, Noah goes to the club, only to realize it's the same milk tea shop where he saw Issa. He meets the owner, Mond, who explains that they serve milk tea during the day, but at night, the servers themselves are put up for service. Mond asks Noah to pick which dancer he wants, and of course, Noah chooses Issa. But Mond says she's his star, so she will cost a lot. Since Noah is broke, he can only stay and watch in frustration as other men enjoy seeing his ex-girlfriend perform. The next day, Noah decides to follow the girl, but she suddenly vanishes. She sneaks up behind him and asks why he is stalking her. Noah insists that she is Issa, even though she denies it. He then tells her he saw her at the club the night before and asks if that was the reason she left him. That's when the girl admits she really is Issa. She tells him to forget her because the Issa he knew no longer exists, then walks away. That night, Noah tells Rex how his meeting with Issa went. His best friend advises him to move on and just focus on dating Julie. One evening, Noah decides to meet Julie again, and the girl tempts him with a moment of pleasure. Since Noah badly needs an escape from stress, he gives in and gets intimate with her at the back of his car. Meanwhile, Issa performs in front of her boss Mond, and afterward, he gives her extra cash. But after checking her notes, Issa returns the money, saying that she has finally finished paying her 2-year debt to him, which means she can now leave the place. The next morning, Noah wakes up in Julie's room. The horoscope girl tells him she is willing to wait until he moves on, saying that Leos never give up. This only makes Noah frustrated. Meanwhile, Issa packs her belongings, ready to leave the club, when she suddenly gets a call that her father has been arrested. She confronts Mond, asking if he arranged it. The boss denies it and says he will handle the bail, but it will mean another debt for her. Issa feels helpless and breaks down in tears. One night, a customer harasses one of the girls, and Issa steps in. Their argument escalates until the man is about to hit her. Just in time, Noah arrives and beats the man before the bouncer throws him out. While Noah gets his injured hand treated, he asks Issa if Mond is her boyfriend. Issa explains that she owes him money and pays it off by letting him use her every night and by working in the club. Noah then asks why she suddenly left him. That's when Issa finally reveals the truth. Flashback to 2 years ago, Issa's parents fell into heavy debt from loan sharks. Her mother got hooked on gambling, while her father had to cover up for the drugs he stole from his boss. Issa went to Mond, asking if she could repay the debt monthly, but the man had another plan in mind for how she would pay. Issa refused at first, but when Mond threatened to have her father jailed, she was left with no choice but to give in. From then on, she became tied to him. Noah tells her he can help her get out, but Issa refuses, saying she has managed to handle it all by herself until now. The next day, Julie confronts Noah about their relationship, saying she wants more than casual meetings. Noah tells her they need to stop because he still has feelings for Issa. Julie then undresses in front of him, trying to make him stay, but Noah has had enough and walks out. Noah later shares with Rex his plan to help Issa by paying the bail for her father. Rex says he will call one of their regular customers, who happens to be a police officer. Meanwhile, Mond talks with the police chief over the phone, thanking him for locking up Issa's father, but the officer tells him 2 men have already bailed him out, which makes Mond furious. The next day, Issa shows up at Noah's apartment in tears, telling him he shouldn't have gotten involved. Noah explains he only wanted to help, and Issa is quietly touched by his kindness. He invites her inside, where they reminisce about their past as he cooks for her. Their conversation turns deeper until they finally give in to their emotions. Afterward, Issa tells Noah that once her parents are safe, she plans to leave and find herself again. Noah says he will go with her, but Issa insists that someone like her doesn't deserve him. The lover boy assures her that he will always be ready to accept her no matter what. Moments later, Julie sneaks in and snaps a picture of the two sleeping together. The next day, Julie finds the shop where Issa works and asks Mond if he knows her. The boss claims that Issa is his wife, so the jealous Julie shows him the pictures she secretly took from Noah's apartment. Angry, Mond takes out his frustration on one of the club girls. In the middle of it, Issa arrives and confronts him about the way he treats them. Their argument grows heated, and Mond ends up striking Issa and tying her up. The following night, Noah confronts the boss, demanding to know where Issa is. Mond tells him that she already left after paying her debt, but Noah doesn't believe it. He searches the club but finds no sign of her. Later, he tells Rex that maybe Issa has once again walked away from him. Meanwhile, Mond brings food to Issa, but she spits it out, angering him. He loses control and begins choking her, but the other girls rush in, save her, and help her escape. Outside the club, Issa manages to text Noah, asking him to pick her up, but before she can get far, Mond suddenly appears behind her. Though she tries to run, he catches up and beats her. Just then, Noah arrives, and Mond points a gun at him. A fight breaks out, and Noah manages to wrestle the weapon out of his hands. Issa picks up the gun and points it at her boss. When Mond lunges to grab it back, it suddenly goes off. At Rex's wedding, Noah sits quietly alone at a table. Moments later, Issa walks over, and Noah thinks she has left him again, but Issa assures him that this time, she will stay by his side for good. Noah then hands her the bouquet, a sign that he is ready to marry her.